let's look at what we've got here. This is a brand new model from Eachine in conjunction with FMS, and it's the a 1/12 scale model, an exact replica of the Suzuki Jimny. Now this is a product that's been licensed from Suzuki, so it is the real deal. This is made to be a replica through and through. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. First of all, that is one hell of a box. It's like some sort of high density closed cell phone. It's even got a folding handle. Anyway, it's high density closed cell phone, boring. Let's open it up here. Oh yeah, that is really nice. So let's take the car itself, and the first thing you notice that is the colour, but that is the colour of the real car, as you may have seen on the roads already, because these are a pretty popular little unit. But the scale details on this is just amazing. So they've gone right down to the tread pattern on the tyres that it comes with, the style of the alloy wheel, everything to scale of course, but look underneath. I've never seen anything like this. So they've gone to a lot of effort to blacken everything out and keep it really true to what it is, and the colour and the look on the real car. So obviously a four-wheel drive, as you can see, all metal drive shafts. This is a really high quality unit. Tiny wee servo here driving the front wheels, left and right. So just to be clear, this is not like this capable crawler that's going to crawl up these great big things, but a scale model. It is designed as a crawler, but as you can probably tell from the tyres and the grip on them, it's not going to be doing what your other dedicated crawler units that don't really look like anything at all can do. It's got working taillights and headlights, which I'll cut to shortly, but this is literally the first look. You can tell there from the reflection, all of these are covered and have got protective panels on, so once you decide to get it out, it really will look the part. So yeah, that is pretty amazing. Let's have a quick nosy on the bonnet while we're here. There we go. Yeah, look, see, even in here where you expect to put all the business of electronics and stuff, they've gone to a really big effort to shroud it as much as you can, right down to the shrouding around the wires here. But look at the detail. This is your scaled 12-volt battery, the air filter. It looks like a little straight 4-cylinder engine, wiper fluid. So the battery will wedge in there somewhere. Yep, there it is, just sitting under there, and that looks like the standard FMS 2S 380 mAh unit, which is fine for this kind of model. It doesn't have a massive motor. I believe it's a 180, but it does have a 2-speed gearbox, so it allows you to get up and going. I mean, as fast as this thing is capable of anyway. Actually, I have got a GPS unit, so I'll do a speed test for you, those who are interested, but I hope you're not expecting anything too exciting. Now, these doors do open up as well, as long as I don't break them. Yep, so everything's scale in there too. So pretty impressive little unit, right to the seats that recline and forward and backwards. Yeah. Let's see if you can see it in there. Yeah, you can see all the dash, all the pedals, everything's set up properly. It's a really impressive unit. So this is one that you could have sitting on the shelf, especially if you had a Jimny in real life. I mean, I think if you had one in real life, it would be hard not to buy one of these, wouldn't it? Anyway, so I'll leave it there, and then I'll come back to you shortly with some footage of it, with the battery in action, with all the lights going. And the functions of that. Just ignore that. Oh, that's screwed on. That's going to be no problem. We'll just give that a bit of a tighten up. See, not to fret. It went straight back on. It was just a hex head 1.5mm screw, and it screws up beautifully. It's not clipped on or anything. So yeah, it is done properly. Just me being a bit of a clumsy, having a play with it. So we're back on the bench again with a charged up battery. You'll notice that the cover's missing. That's a silly mistake from me, so I'll put some fresh heat shrink on. Anyway, so this is all charged up. I'm going to show you how it fits in the car now. So connect the Pico Bay connector. It's pretty straightforward. And slide it in under where the air filter is, I guess you'd say, on the scale model car. It's a bit tricky because they've gone to a lot of extents getting this scale correct. And yeah, you'll find that you can eventually wedge it in there. Now my guess is it's probably going to be easier to leave the battery in there and just focus on charging the battery in the car with the included USB charger, which is in this pack here, along with the wheel wrench. So battery's in now. The power switch is just where the up at the front left, in front of the pretend 12 volt battery. So I'm going to flick that one on, and immediately it's come to life. So I've already got the controller on here, as you'll see, and that's bound up. So it does that automatically. You don't need to worry about that. It'll do that automatically. Let's get the hood back down. It's nice and tight. So first of all, the question that you'll probably ask, well, not really, but I'm going to show you anyway, is the lights. So the lights come on in several different modes. First one is all them completely off, and the indicators don't work either. So first mode, standard lights. Notice the indicators working. Pretty cool. So they go right along the side as well. Side indicator, tail indicator. You'll see the tail lights here as well. Notice how it gets darker with the brakes. Brakes on, and reverse light as well. So that's pretty cool. So they'll remain constant through the modes, but let's show you the other ones while we're at it. It's that standard headlights, high beam and fog lights, and you'll notice the indicators are in a hazard mode right around the car as well. Right at the back there too. And the last mode is fog lights only, so the indicators still work in that mode, and it's just got, that's quite interesting, it's got a rear fog light too. Yeah, so the standard lights, so quite a lot of modes if you want to do some mucking around with scale size stuff there too. For the other operation, you've actually got a 2-speed gearbox on this one. So when you flick channel 3, you hear that servo working? That servo working is engaging the high and low gears. So in the left position, that's definitely low speed. That's full speed there. So great for crawling. Let's see how slow it can actually go. Wow, that is impressive. And high speed, we'll show you on the review later on. I obviously can't get the full speed on the Benja. I'm going to make a bit of a mess. So anyway, that's the key functions before we head out and do the actual review of it driving around itself. The driveline is very clean. You can see it all working there. I'll give you a bit of a close-up. According to the box, it's got metal frame rails and metal gears, 25 ball bearings, so full set of ball bearings in there, and all metal drive shafts, universal drive shafts, that sort of thing. So not a bad piece of wee kit. So we'll call that one there, and next you'll see from us, we'll be out testing it, putting it through its paces. Right, so this is Cornwall Park, which is it's a privately owned park but given to the people of Auckland so that the council can't mess it up. Anyway, they keep a lot of livestock here, so just like many other places in New Zealand. We've got sheep, so feel free to make some sheep jokes if you want in the comments. Anyway, it's a beautiful spot. Okay, so we found this awesome crawling spot in the bush. There's a bit of a trail, so we've got the headlights on full and we're going to give it a go.
Here comes the green car of beauty.
So tell me guys, what did you think of the 1/12 scale Jimny?
It's really good. We would recommend it on a road, and it's not really good at going over big bumps and rocks, and not good at off-road.
What happens when you try to take it over big rocks?
It gets stuck. And it can go backwards, but
sometimes when there's a stick in the road, just a small stick, sometimes it can get stuck. So we really recommend going the road.
yeah.
So what did you guys enjoy about the Jimny today?
I enjoyed that it was quite slow for a quarter. That it was so cool. And I love taking it out for a run today.
Has crooked headlights. Wow.
Yeah, we're taking it for a bit of a ride. It looks fantastic and we've seen it on the bench and it's got all the detail there. Obviously on the road it goes well, the 2-speed transmission is pretty cool, but when it came to doing it off-road, it was, I guess it was left a little bit wanting. The treads on the tyre look amazingly accurate compared to the real life one, but unlike the crawlers we've reviewed so far, they don't have anywhere near the level of a grip, which is a shame because the rest of the driveline is really solid and it's got really good low speed control. So if you really want, you could change the wheels to a more of a crawler style, but I think the reality is this is more of a scale model for driving around on scale things rather than hardcore crawling. So when we ran it up and down the footpaths along the streets and a little bit over sort of broken litter under the canopy and the little bush that we're under at the moment, I think that's its real home, and it really looks the part when we're doing it. So being able to adjust the headlights makes it look really cool, playing with the fog lights, low beam, high beam, and the indicators, reverse lights. It just looks so cool when you're doing this kind of thing. everything, and hopefully that came out on the video that we shot before. But yeah, really lovely to look at, and I think probably people who own the car would really love this, just because it's a beautiful scale replica of what they do. Yeah.